So I think we will see the last talk by Ryoma, and then we can have the closing remarks and see if we have any final thoughts from our participants, any comments, any things you want to share about our symposium. But let's hear from Ryoma first.
Hello. Thank you, Chair, for your introduction. My name is Ryoma KAYANO, Technical Officer of WHO. First of all, I truly appreciate the event organizer and my friends and colleagues of CUHK to invite me to have this great opportunity to share progress of our research activities on health emergency and disaster risk management, shortly called Health EDRM. Health EDRM is an emerging research concept responding to the global requirement to improve scientific evidence for disaster risk reduction in light of health aspect. CUHK has been contributing to the development of this research concept and improving the global research activities of this research category. Professor Emily Chan is the champion of this initiative, and we truly appreciate her tremendous effort and contribution. Taking this opportunity, I'd like to introduce the brief history of the development of the health EDRM research concept, as well as the current ongoing initiative and future direction, in particular in the context of the COVID-19 pandemic. Also, I would like to invite each of you who is watching this symposium to be part of our global research network. I'll let you know how to join us later. It's very simple. So, okay, let's move on to my presentation. Please let me share the slide. This one. Here it is. The title is Research Priority of Health EDRM in the Context of COVID-19. So my working place, WHO Kobe Center, because it is located in Kobe, Japan, it is called as Kobe Center. This is a research center of WHO headquarters, which is working on the research themes on universal health coverage and also health EDRM, which is I am in charge of. This is the first document I'd like to share with you. It is a Sendai framework. It is a kind of the reason why we are working on health EDRM. So Sendai framework is the very important document. This is a resulting document of the Third World Congress for Disaster Risk Reduction. And for the first time in history of the UNDLR conference, it highlighted the imperative of health in the whole DLR context. So that was very great progress, and we health sector celebrate and appreciate this global tendency or the direction of looking at the health in the whole context of disaster risk reduction. Following that, 2019, WHO published this framework. This is a WHO Health EDRM framework. It provides a key concept of health EDRM, which also supports the Sendai framework implementation. But to implement those framework, we need quality policy and program and activities, and it should be based on the quality science. To improve the scientific evidence on this newly emerging research area, we need to collaborate each other. So since 2018, WHO has been facilitating and coordinating the global research collaboration through the establishment and organizing this global research network, what is called as a WHO thematic platform for health EDRM research network, shortly Health EDRM Research Network. We coordinate activities of global researchers and also promote information sharing of knowledge in globally. and develop partnership among participants and provide technical advice to strengthen the health EDLM research field. So that is the global initiative of health EDLM research by the WHO and other partners, including CUHK. Let me just briefly introduce the history of the establishment of this research network. It was 2016. After the Sendai framework publication, WHO, who is Jonathan Abraham, my colleague, who is a focal point of this health EDLM in headquarters, he convened the key global experts on this research area, and we organized an expert meeting in January 2016 to examine the status of health EDLM evidence. But the result of the meeting was really shocking because we concluded that there is not enough quality and quantity of the evidence in this area. It overlaps in research activities, and there is lack of strategic research agenda and lack of coordination between key stakeholders, and also lack of resources. We identified several problems. And also there was, from the beginning, Emily was there, and also I was there with Jonathan and other colleagues. After that, by the initiative of Emily and also Professor Virginia Murray, who is from PHE, Public Health England, those two people are the leading this research area. And also they published in 2017 the first Lancet letter on health EDLM. So this is the first time to share the concept of health EDLM and requirement for the global research collaboration. It is a kind of the rationale for our activity in 2017. Following that CUHK team, I remember Sharon had a great effort to write this paper. This is the first paper on the recommendation for the health EDLM research field. It's highlighted several research area and also highlighted required activities to how to promote this emerging research field. Following that, 2018, I joined the Symposium, what is called the Hong Kong Research Summit in 2018. It was also very fun, and it was a very important and productive meeting. Nowadays we cannot convene such an amount of people from all over the world. But it was also a great initiative by CUHK. And after that, 2018, there was an Asia Pacific Conference on Disaster Medicine in Kobe, Japan, fortunately. And the WHO Kobe Center collaborated with the conference and convened the global experts, including Emily and Virginia and Jonathan, to Kobe and had a discussion on the key research area of health EDLM. And we concluded that there are 5 key research areas in health EDLM, published 4 papers on that. And so we highlighted those 5 research areas: health data management, mental health and psychosocial support, addressing needs of some populations, the vulnerable populations, and health workforce development, which is now led by the CUHK, and area 5, research methods and ethics. Following that, we understood that there is a lack of the standardized research methods for health EDLM. So we convened and also invited over 100 global experts to be author of this guidance, WHO guidance on research methods for health EDLM. This is a huge activity. In collaboration with over 164 experts from 30 countries, WHO HQ, and all these 6 regional offices, edited by the Emory, Virginia, and also Mike Clark from the Cochrane, and also me, and also the Jonathan Abraham and Tracy O'Sullivan from Canada. Those 4 to 6 editors have contributed, and over 100 people contributed to the chapter lighting, and over 50 people contributed to the peer reviewing. And it's a living document, which is not published yet, but almost done. Maybe in a few months, it will be officially published from WHO Kobe Center. And we will update this document to be to capture the progress on the research methods and the scientific evidence. And currently, we are working on the writing a chapter on COVID-19 in the context of healthy DLM. That it will be done in the late 2021. Following this activity in 2019-2020, currently WHO COVID Center is working on the establishment of knowledge hub on health EDM research methods in collaboration with a partner. And in addition to this guidance book, we will organize some the webinars and also create video lectures for each chapter, and also the guide on how to use a book and introduction of the materials for further reading. So those components will be added, and we will establish the knowledge hub on healthy DLM research methods in 2021, 2022. And other 4 areas, we also, the Jacobi Center has some research fund to work together with the global experts. The area 1, area 2, area 3, area 4, each area has a research partner to improve the scientific evidence on this research area. So area 1 is health data management. This week, we are now conducting systematic review to identify evidence gaps about health data management before, during, and after emergency and disasters. And case study analysis of the usage of the WHO standardized health data collection tool, what is called WHO Emergency Medical Team Minimum Data Set. Implementation research. Yeah, there is some implementation challenge to use it at the disaster area. So those case studies also is being done through this project in collaboration with Hiroshima University and Johns Hopkins University. Area 2 is MHPSS, mental health, psychosocial support. We are now studying the long-term mental health outcomes after emergency disasters by the systematic review, and now mapping evidence base to determine the quality and the breadth of evidence for mental health program in disasters. And also in collaboration with Kathleen University, my colleague Elizabeth, we established the Asia Pacific Disaster Mental Health Network. That is also another initiative to improve the research scientific evidence in this research area. Area 3 research project, it's a vulnerable population management. It's collaborating with Griffith University. Of course, we are looking at the work of the CUHK on the categorization of the vulnerable population. But we also did scoping review on the vulnerable population affected by emergencies and disasters. The case studies of Vietnam, China, and Indonesia. Based on this activity, we also will follow up projects to synthesize the knowledge on this research area too. And area 4, this is a CUHK initiative. It's a health workforce development. It's a systematic review to describe and classify policy and practice in health area and workforce and identify common competencies for educational activities. And it was a great work by Kevin. There are 12 case studies from all the WHO regions, and 2 expert consultations will be done. It's a huge effort to do. But by this activity, for the first time in history, we will summarize the existing knowledge on what is effective or not ineffective, the methodology for the health workforce development. And based on those activities, in linking with what I already introduced about the knowledge hub on research methods, now we are establishing the initial knowledge hub components on the healthy DLM, what is called WHO Healthy DLM Knowledge Hub, which will be initiated in 2021. We will start this activity from the organizing expert subgroup of each research area, 5 research areas, and in collaboration with, closely collaborating with our current research partner on each research area. And also, last year, there is a COVID implication for healthy DLM. And looking at this implication, WHO Cover Center issued a call for proposal on those three things based on the global survey, expert survey on the what is the required research activity for the COVID-19 in the context of a healthy DLM. Basically, looking at two things. Research that strengthens the governance mechanism and also whole society approach, and also the community resilience. Those two things are the two main focuses of our call in 2020. Based on this call, we received over 20 proposals from all over the world, and the two research was selected. The first one is working on the whole society approach. It will do the systematic review of to summarize the country's experience of whole society approach implemented in COVID-19. And also case study analysis will be done. This is a kind of the activity to collect knowledge on what is known about the whole society approach. It's significantly important, and it is strongly needed the knowledge. And next project is this is about the health system resilience and community resilience. We will identify the factors affecting public health system resilience across multiple communities and countries. And we will clarify, rank, and prioritize actions for strengthening community resilience, and identify the role of the whole society approach also, including roles of other sectors in enhancing public health system resilience. And finally, develop priority actions for achieving long-lasting and sustainable strategies to build back better and reduce risks of future emergencies. Those two projects will be started very shortly. Actually, we started this month. Yeah, the Health CDLM Research Network, as I mentioned, is a key to promote this research activity, global research collaboration, and facilitating these global collaborative activities. We truly appreciate all the participants of this global research network, and this is chaired by the Emory and Virginia, and all WHO regional offices are involved in and closely communicating with the WHO headquarters. Jonathan and Kusia, those colleagues are strong partners, and we have organized this core group meeting 2 times in 2019 and 2020. We discussed a strategy of global research activity on this health DRM and agreed to develop WHO Knowledge Hub on health DRM and WHO Research Agenda on health DRM. And currently now we are working on those number of activities. I am in charge of the secretariat and working together with my colleagues very hard to facilitate the activity of global research experts. And this is the agreed key steps to establish and update the research agenda. We are still on the way. There is 9 steps for the establish and update the research agenda. Now we are at the step 4, and it goes to step 5 in very shortly. But we need the support of the global experts, including you guys, and this participants of this the symposium too. I truly appreciate all support and all collaboration of the CUHK and other global research partners. So finally, I'd like to take a photo. I'd like you to take a photo of this QR code to be part of our research global research network. Once you read this QR code, it pops up this email to me. And once you contact me, you can be part of this research network by the very short, very simple process of administrative process to fill in some the format of registration and also sharing your CV. And we are very, very, you are very welcome to be part of our network, and we will provide so many opportunities for the global collaborative activity. and also the research project or research collaboration. Thank you very much. And tomorrow I will answer your question. I'm sorry for this video lecture, but I'm very happy to be here to give this speech. And again, thank you very much for this opportunity and the invitation. Thank you very much.
So thank you, Ryoma. We've just heard from Dr. Ryoma KAYANO, who's the technical officer at the WHO Kobe Center. He's the focal point for health emergencies, and he's coordinated various research projects, particularly on HEDRM. He was initially trained, I believe, as a psychiatrist, and he's previously an assistant professor at the Nagasaki University School of Medicine. So we've just heard that the work we've done with HEDRM, and we've heard a lot about the work that we've done with Professor Emily Chan. So Emily works closely with us. She's at the School of Public Health, the director of the CCOUC. Unfortunately, she cannot be joining us today on live, but we are working very closely at the unit, and Colin is also a senior advisor at the CCOUC. So I guess we've not had any questions in Ryoma. If there's any questions, we can address that to him tomorrow.